Greetings, friends. This is Elizabeth Schermer with an intuitive message for the Pisces New Moon, which occurs at 10:23 a.m. on Sunday, February 23rd. I'm taking a breath to come present myself, asking for the highest and best for each of you listening to this message and the ability to discern through the complexity of all of the circumstances and situations in our lives, to discern right now the thread of continuity and momentum and guidance that sustains each of us. And that's really my intention now in bringing this message forward to you, is to help each of you connect with your own deeper thread of clarity, coherence, confidence, and trust in your own path and your own ability to participate in this incredible time of expansion and accelerated evolution. This new moon is continuing a pattern of momentum and acceleration that is actually quite coherent. There's an underlying quality of harmony right now that can support you in a deep level to trust the inner calm and the inner alignment that will enable you to participate from your own place of balance and alignment, regardless of outside circumstances of intensity or bigness or uncertainty, and enable you to make clear decisions moving forward. So that's my intention for you today as we access this message. And it's especially important in the cycle of Pisces to set the intention for clarity and insight, because that's one of the big gifts of Aquarius. The cycle we just finished is new connection to imagination and to your ability to use your intuition and your powers and your powers of awareness and your tools to support your own energetic alignment, to support your health and well-being, to support your ability to contribute and participate as an individual as you expand into something larger. And so we're bringing those abilities forward now into the depth and the bigness of the energies of Pisces. Pisces is arguably the most challenging of the zodiac signs because it's the most complex. It's bringing forward all the previous energies of the 11 signs that come before. In Western astrology, this is the culmination of the cycle of 12. And so what's happening now is our ability to step into a new level of participation through the evolution of our collective process of growth and development. So not just personal, but also larger and deeper and bigger. So the tarot cards for me are very, very helpful in understanding how to personally connect with the bigness and depth of the energies of Pisces. So we'll start with the card for the zodiac sign. The moon represents Pisces, and what the moon, a quick summary here, we could spend a full day talking about how big and special these energies are. So a quick summary of the card of the moon is a picturing of gates of initiation, guarded by Anubis, who is the protector and helper through all times of change and support as each of us enters our own thresholds of new growth and new birth. What this card teaches is our willingness and ability to trust in the unknown, to trust mystery, and to trust in the larger, deeper forces of life that sustain us. The scarab is raising the sun. The sun is below the horizon now. This is night with the promise of dawn and rebirth, which is the symbol of the scarab. And so the message for you right now, and especially with this new moon, is a new sense of connection and trust to the underlying processes and support of the cycles of change that sustain you. And knowing that you have what you need to cross this great threshold that you are on in your own life right now and that we are on as a collective. So there are a couple of more practical cards to help, and the Knight of Cups is the court card, what's called the court card for Pisces. This represents you on your own path of highest destiny and the inspiration now to soar to new heights as you are on your path of this night is reaching for the grail, reaching for the path of highest destiny and the fulfillment of that path through the process every day of showing up to your own path of heart. And this coming month, you will receive, the guides are saying that you will receive new connection to the truth of your path of heart and your ease and confidence and exhilaration with taking on the challenges on that path. Okay, and then the final card, practical card for this position of the Sun and Moon in Pisces is the Eight of Cups, called indolence. And indolence represents one of the shadow sides of Pisces, which is the tendency to overextend emotionally and the quality of fatigue that happens when we emotionally overextend. And this doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen to you now. The opportunity now is to revisit those patterns of overextension and emotional fatigue, because you can come to new healing and set new boundaries and develop new strength of your ability to show up to take care of yourself at the same time you're participating. This is the superpower of Pisces, is the ability to be a full participant at the same time you have learned to prioritize self-care and resilience and prudence about your own needs and your own practices of healthy boundaries. And so the card that comes after the Eight of Cups through this lesson is the Nine of Cups, happiness. So I'm going to put that on the altar right now, just to say that the process that we're in is an integrated new integrated up-leveling of our emotional strength and abilities so that we can use our emotional powers to be fully present and truly claim that path of heart. And happiness refers to the high frequency of joy, which is an authentic experience of bliss and fulfillment at a deep level. It's very grounded, and it's very coherent, and it is actually the frequency at which healing happens in the body. So hold curiosity for the coming month and this new moon infusion, and how you can bring forward all you've learned and all you've accomplished and all of your tools and abilities to explore new levels of deep emotional trust and confidence and connection to your own highest path of purpose and inspiration and contribution and blessing. There's a strong frequency of abundance in the current new moon chart. So I'd just like to show you an image of the chart before we dive into the tarot spread. And so this chart has a very concentrated, what we would call a bowl signature, very concentrated and coherent with the new moon exactly at the center of the bowl pattern. And similarly to a couple of weeks ago with the full moon, Mars and Uranus are at the outside edges of this bowl, signifying new qualities of courage and confidence in alignment with your own inspiration and your own visions of freedom and new possibility and new potential. There's a very strong signature of harmony and blessing and order within this chart that is beautiful, like music, like a harmonic structure of music that supports you with a deep foundation in the coming days. So regardless of intensity and complexity of circumstances on the surface of life, there is a quality of inner order and support beneath the surface in the coming days that is going to facilitate your own inner strength and your own momentum and your health and well-being. If you resonate with this image of the Knight of Cups and you on your most inspired path of inspiration with confidence and sovereignty and courage and health and vitality, then you can know that this is available. This quality within you is available to you now at new levels. Okay, so I've been feeling inspired about this new moon, and I've heard from a few other people how their intuition also is that this is going to be a special time of blessing in the coming days. And so I meditated actually yesterday evening, and I'd like to share the spread that came forward for us. It is a very powerful affirmation of the harmony and the support that's available to us at this time to bring forward what we have been working for, what we have personally achieved, to use our tools now in a new level and to receive new levels of support. So let's pull the spread forward and I'll share the message with you now. So the first card in our spread is the Six of Swords, called Science. I want to say that there's a synchronicity here immediately because the Six of Swords is the power card for Aquarius, the sign we just left, and the symbol of, a practical symbol of new levels of consciousness. The Science card, what science refers to is an awareness of the beauty and order of the universe and a new level of ability to participate intentionally with the harmony of what I call the grids of light, the harmony of the energy that holds us at a very high level, even beyond what we can know. So when we perceive things to be disordered, it's simply because we don't have full access to higher levels of order. This signifies a trust and a willingness and an ability to participate at a new level with the order that's all around you already. Plato called this quality the music of the spheres. And so what this card signifies is a new level of self-realization at this moon and moving forward, of the natural harmony and a new awareness of the meaning of signs and synchronicities and circumstances, a new ability to read the oracle messages in daily life and participate at a new creative level. This includes a new understanding of lessons and challenges and learning from opportunities that may include errors and mistakes and difficult things. All of this will go to another level in the coming days with inspiration and creativity, because you'll have new connection to intuition of the natural underlying structure. Okay, very inspiring, because this signifies on a high level that you literally are bringing forward everything you've learned and worked at, and it's going to come to order now in a new way. And the emphasis of that is the card for the personal mastery in Pisces appearing in circumstances. So this ability to connect with your imagination and intuition in new ways, to make decisions and participate from a place of order, is going to enable you to interact in your life in with new levels of confidence and emotional stability, emotional coherence, following your emotional guidance system, linking your heart and your mind and your deep intuition in alignment with your highest path of purpose. And then that's emphasized in the position of spirit by the card for Aquarius, which is the star. So this represents a message from your higher self saying that you are indeed on your personal path of self-realization, and that you have crossed a new threshold into new abilities and new connection to the truth of your own light, to a new ability to remember who you are, to receive the wisdom from the past and bring it into this present time, to accept mystery and to accept uncertainty as a process, as a signal of evolution, and to live in trust. And so the final punchline is practical advice. The fourth card of our spread is the Two of discs change. And this message, when I pulled this card yesterday, came through so strongly that we are evolving into a new quality of trust that will enable us to hold momentum. You have an opportunity now to feel the deeper support that's available through processes of growth, so that you can feel yourself participating in cycles of change rather than experiencing disruption or dismantling. There's a harmony to this card, and also the 8. If you turn it this way, it's the infinity sign. There's a harmony and a sense of abundance and an ease that enables you to fully be part of all the processes and cycles of growth in which you're engaged in. Just being guided to share one synchronicity that's related to Tree of Life, which is that the knights on the Tree of Life rule the realm of the 2s. And so you are stepping into a new level of mastery of your ability to hold contrast and appreciate the contrast of yes and no, night and day, empty and full, conflict and rest. All of those dynamics are coming to a new level of understanding. And once we can learn to live in trust and feel the order that holds us, then we can engage in all of these processes without losing our life force and holding our momentum. So let me just drop in and see if there's anything else to bring forward for today for each of us. The message is trust the flow. Trust your path and know that you are being carried. Use your tools to align within rather than finding security without. When you align within first, then you're able to be a participant in what's unfolding, and you do not need to base your security on external circumstances, but rather feel the support that is always with you. And then the other message is to remember that you don't travel alone, that we are traveling together. So align with your grids of support. When you need help, when you need an extra boost, when you need some support, reach out. Never hesitate to ask for support when you need it, because we are traveling together and we are moving and evolving together on this journey. Okay. I think that's the message for today. It just feels like there's something else coming in. Courage, willpower. Spend time committing to self-care right now because of how fast things are evolving and changing. It's necessary to manage our personal vitality and our momentum both through daily energy medicine practices and through physical self-care. Continue to make that a priority now and through this year. And that will enable you to harness and connect to the courage and vitality that is very present right now to help you make good decisions in alignment with your own path of momentum. Have an amazing month. Thank you for sharing in that evoking of these cards and of this message from our higher selves and all of our helpers and our non-physical team. There is much encouragement for us right now and much joy and celebration from our non-physical friends for our accomplishments and for the level of adventure that is present in our world. There are great things in store. This is Elizabeth Schermer with your Pisces New Moon message.